Let me bring the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Florida in right now, Jeanette Nuñez. Madam Lieutenant Governor, thank you for joining us. First of all, just from a practical perspective, any updates, power, or anything else in terms of information you want to get out to the public?
Yeah, as you know, approximately 3.3 million Floridians without power, but I'm pleased to report that that number of restoration continues to tick upward. I think we're close to 830,000 individuals that have been restored. So we're working around the clock. I know we had the largest number of linemen ever in the history of Florida as it relates to hurricane response, staged and ready to work. So they are working around the clock, and thankfully our linemen do just such a phenomenal job. And we want to, of course, thank them and law enforcement and all the folks that are working diligently to clear the roads, to make sure people can get back to their homes, to doing the search and rescue. So much is going on right now, and so many people are working, and our thanks and appreciation go out to them.
Are there any shifts in focus this afternoon from what maybe you anticipated yesterday when the storm surge was the worst fear, and the worst fears weren't necessarily realized, but now new issues come up? We look at those water rescues. Is there any shifts in focus in terms of resources on the state level?
Yeah, well, as you know, the tornado activity was something that was really concerning. And unfortunately, there were confirmed 5 fatalities in St. Lucie County. So I know the governor was there earlier today. We continue to focus on whatever needs may be at the local community level. And so as you've been showing footage of rescues taking place, and we had to evacuate quite a few number of healthcare facilities. And so making sure those people are safe, getting them back situated, assisting with the remaining search and rescue. I think that is starting to wrap up. I believe most of that has taken place already. But as the days go on, I mean, the hurricane has left our state, but the implications are going to be ongoing. And we're continuing to watch and monitor potential flooding, even along the East Coast and the St. Johns River. So a lot to worry about in the coming days, but we're going to be with them every step of the way.
Yeah, that's St. Lucie County. We had the video up, just went to the Hillsborough and the surge there from the river. But the St. Lucie County video was the tornadoes. Here it is, full from someone's Facebook page. Look at that. I mean, the thing, I guess, about that is the surprise factor. You know, you get a forecast for a hurricane, so all right, here it comes. But now you're on the other side of the state. You think maybe we'll get something later in the day. And these tornadoes really took people off guard. To your point, that you don't expect that with a hurricane. That strength, right? That type of tornado.
Yeah, and which is why it's so important that people sign up for those local alerts. I know oftentimes your phone goes off and it's a warning, or tornado warning. And so I think it's important. We've encouraged people all along to follow FL CERT to get the latest breaking information from the state. Right. But of course, local alerts are also very important as well.
Any issues coordinating state, local, federal, FEMA, and the like? What can you tell us on that front?
No, everything is going as planned. Of course, the governor, under his leadership, just does a phenomenal job of coordinating and collaborating and partnering with all of the relevant players. So we have been working around the clock with local governments, law enforcement, making sure all of the agencies are partnering together, and we've gotten everything we've needed from FEMA thus far. And so now it's just the tedious task of rebuilding and working with individuals and making sure that they have what they need.
There have been a lot of politics before the storm, after Helene, in between Helene and this, about whether, about FEMA, and you say you're getting everything you need so far in this particular case. The president earlier was talking about, again, what he sees as some of the misinformation that had been out there before this, and said the following. Watch.
That $750 that you're talking about, but Mr. Trump and all those other people know it's a lie to suggest that's all they're going to get. That's bizarre. It's bizarre. They got to stop this. I mean, they're being so damn un-American with the way they're talking about this stuff. Mr. President Trump, former President Trump, get a life, man. Help these people.
Do you have any reaction to that? In terms of the $750 being this initial payment, and it's been portrayed as, all people get, which the president says is not true.
Yeah, there seems to be this focus, this obsession with misinformation. And of course, we are very vigilant in making sure we provide accurate information to Floridians. But it seems like there's just a lot of politicking going on across the board. And so for the governor, for myself, we want people to know that Florida is going to lead the way. I don't know what's going on in D.C. I don't know if they need to go back and continue to fund FEMA or small business. They can take care of that while we take care of the needs of Floridians. And we lead the way. We don't sit back back. We understand that FEMA is there to be supportive and to assist. But at the end of the day, when we need to take care of Floridians, Governor DeSantis is going to take charge and make sure they have what they need, regardless of what's going on in D.C.
Okay, Madam Lieutenant Governor, thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.